It's late at night and I couldn't sleep, so I thought that I would give y'all a story time. So yeah, I wanted to give y'all a story time today about the time I was dating a guy and found out how he was on the DL. He was down low. He was down low. And it's really, well, I'm gonna try to make it a quick story. It's kind of like a long story, but I'm going to try to sum it up. And this is a good story, I think, and I think it's a little funny or whatever like that. So hopefully you guys are entertained. But yeah, let's get started. So this was my freshman year of college. I was going to Grambling State. But yeah, I was going to Grambling State University, and for my first semester, like, I'm not really a social person like that. I'm more reserved to myself, and so it was hard for me to make friends. So I kept up with people from back home. So I started texting and talking to this guy from back home or whatever like that. Like, it's a guy that I already knew, and he was kind of, during that time he was popular, like around my area or whatever like that. He was a pretty boy, whatever. He was dark skinned, like he was nice, tatted, whatever like that, had the waves and things like that. But yeah, he was good looking, like he looked good. So of course we were caked up, like we would be caked up on the phone every day, talking on the phone if I'm not in class, like, you know. It was me and him. It was me and him talking on the phone every day. Like, he had like little signs, like, you know, he was known for being a player or whatever like that. But, you know, like, you know, every girl when they're young, they always think that they're special or whatever like that. And I'm getting distracted by the TV because the good part just came on. But anyway, so yeah, like, he was known for a player, but like, you know, when you're young, you sit there thinking like, oh well, I'm not one of them. Like, you always want to be that girl and this and that. So yeah, that was me. I was dating him, and I wasn't really worried about the females because in my head they were non-existent. And you know, Facebook was just out during these times, and he wasn't publicized with anyone. So I thought it was a free. We're building a bond and everything like that, and it gets to the point to where, like, 2 months in. It was probably sooner than 2 months, but I'm just saying 2 months. But 2 months in, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, yeah. I said yeah, but like, I forget, like, there was something that happened. I don't know if there was a girl that he was posted up with or whatever like that. But well, anyways, he asked me to be his girlfriend. I'm jumping the gun. He asked me to be his girlfriend. And you know, like I said, it's unrealistic because he's back home, which was like 3-4 hours away, and I'm up north in Louisiana. Like, I'm up north, and I live in southern Louisiana. So anywho, so I said yes, even though it was unrealistic for us, but I said yes anyway because I don't know. So anyways, I said yeah, and then another thing too, there was already red flags for me. And the red flags were his pictures. The way he took pictures, like, the way he took pictures were off. Like, they were off. Like, the faces he would make, the way he would try to look in his pictures, like, he would design his pictures like basically how a female would design hers. And like, that was a red flag for me, but I basically pushed it in the back of my mind because, for one, like I said, I'm young and I'm not really hip and like knowing about DL men and stuff like that. Like, you know, you hear about it, but you don't necessarily think that it's real. And like I said, this guy was known for being like a big hoe, and to be honest, those really low-key be the main ones who, you know. But anyway, y'all, so Christmas break was coming up, and yeah, Christmas break was coming up, and I didn't really plan on going home because I just went home for Thanksgiving, And I live too far away, and I didn't want my parents to like just drive up to come get me because I have younger siblings. And so me trying to be unselfish or whatever like that, I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to stay on campus for Christmas and like everything will be fine. Okay, cool. But when I told him about that, like he was like, oh no, like I want to see you. This was like, you know, because you know for Christmas you get like a 2-week break, whatever like that. So he wanted to see me and this and this and that. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I will come home. And I did. I went, okay. So anyways, I called my parents and I let them know basically what's going on. And yeah, so I basically go with my mood. So what was it? I went to my friend's house and he came and picked me up from my friend's house, him and his friend. So it was me, him, his friend, and his friend's girl. So he wanted to like go out and do things or whatever like that. And so what did we do? We went and got a hotel. Like they got drinks and things like that. Like we went to the casino, like having a good time. But it's like one thing I noticed. Oh yeah. Oh no. Boom. So one thing I noticed is the fact of like, oh, I never gave this man a name for my story. So I'm gonna call this man Javier. His name is gonna be Javier. Don't ask me why, but his name is Javier. Okay. So it was me, Javier, and his friend. I'm gonna give his friend a name too because. But his friend is name gonna be Snake. I'm gonna call him Snake. That's his name. His name is gonna be Snake. Period. But anyway, so it's me, Javier, Snake, and his girlfriend. We all in the car. We all got rooms together. We went to the casino and things like that. And so as the time is progressing and things like that, while we're hanging out, I'm noticing like his phone is blowing up. And I'm not one of those females who sit there and check your phone and everything like that. But one thing I noticed, like I do pay attention. Like I'm not crazy. So wherever we went, like his phone was blowing up. Like his phone was blowing up like crazy. Like, and it was like this one particular person, and the name of the phone was Trap Girl. And so I'm like, dang, like this man busy while I'm gone. Like his phone is blowing up. Somebody worried about him. He got like that's what's going on in my head. But I'm trying to play it off because at the end of the day, like I'm only with you for a few days. I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to be cool. Like you know, I don't want to have to. Like I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight because at the end of the day, you still gonna have to bring me home. And like I don't like that negative energy, that tension, like whatever. Like I peep the shit though. And so it had got to a point to where I had went to the hair store. I went to the hair store because y'all I wanted to get my first sew-in during this time. I never had a sew-in before. So I never had a sew-in before during this time, and so like that's what I wanted. Like I felt like that was a step into womanhood to like get your first sew-in. And so that's what I wanted. That was like my Christmas present. I wanted a sew-in. So boom. We go to the hair store and we're picking out hair and things like that. Like, and during the time, there was this person in my town who was like known for doing hair very well. Like, well, during that time, it was very well. Like, you know, like they were popular for doing hair, and it was a guy. You only have that exact. And he was super popular for like doing hair, dressing, like all types of things. Like he was that bitch. Like he was that bitch. Even though he was that nigga, he that bitch. Like. But anywho, so that's why I contacted to get my hair done. Like, okay, cool. So, boom. So, what happened? Oh, yeah, okay, so, boom. So, I contacted this person to do my hair. And it's like, he told me to call him, and so I did. But when I called, it was giving, like, very much weird energy. Like, it was, like, very much weird vibes. But like I wasn't really catching on to it. I thought I was tripping because like, you know, this man don't know me. He never met me. So there's no reason for there to be any like, you know, weird energy or like anything of that nature. but there was. But there was. And so like I told Javier about it. I was like, man, like I really want this person to do my hair, but I don't think he could fit me in, this and this and that. And like Javier was like, you know, let me handle it. And so me, I was like, okay, like my man trying to handle something for me, like, you know, like, because in my head I was in distress because I really want, like, I had a certain time frame to get my hair done because we were supposed to like go out to a nice dinner that night, like. And so he contacted him, and the dude was like, he was like, well, you can't make appointments for your girl. She gotta call and make an appointment for herself. And me, like, you know, I'm really feeling some type of way because I'm just like, dang, like I just called and you told me something different, and then now he calling, you not trying to take his shit neither. So I was like, damn, like I'm not gonna get my hair done. Like that's why I want to do my hair. Like, y'all, I was so dramatic for, like, y'all, I'm very dramatic and I'm very stubborn. Like, once my mind is set on something, like, that's what it's going to be. Like, I don't care, no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, that's what it's going to be. So, oh, yeah, so I was like, you know what, like, whatever, like, something's going to happen, like, and me, I was calling, like, you know, I was calling my parents because, okay, if he can't do it, then I'm probably going to have to go to someone else, like, at a real salon and have it done that way because, like, I don't have time. Like, I need to get my hair done. Like, and I wasn't going to him because he was cheaper. I was going to him because during the time he was the best. But he didn't have a license, so he didn't work in a real hair salon. He worked out of his house. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to just have to go to a hair salon. And so, boom, again, like, during this time, I'm a little agitated, and so, like, after we both made those phone calls, and we were both a fail, basically, like, you know, I had a little, like, I felt some type of way about that, and so, you know, I had a little attitude, very minor, small, but, and again, like, Trap Girl, whoever this was, like, blowing him up, like, and he would never answer the phone, and so, like, me, I was like, bruh, like, cause I was already agitated, so I was like, bruh, just answer the phone. Like, whoever you got blowing you up, like, she been blowing you up since I've been here. Like, just answer the phone because at this point she's not going to stop. Basically, just snapped on him. So he was like, okay, well, that's what he went to go do. Like, he went inside, like, answer the phone, told, like, and on the phone he was telling, like, oh, like, bruh, chill out, this and this and that. But then, like, he also had another calls coming in from his sister. But he wasn't answering the phone for her neither. And I'm just like, this could be important. Like, what do you have going on? Like, why is everything so hectic for you? Like, your phone is hot. Like, your phone is hot, okay? What happened? Oh, yeah, okay. So, we went swimming, and then we went to the casino. And so, there was this situation that happened where, okay, so we're chilling in the room. And we chilling in the room, and I get okay. So I'm chilling, like we're chilling in the room, or and whatnot, whatever like that. And I get a phone call from the hairstylist, and so I get excited and I answer the phone because I'm like, okay, like, you know, maybe he got an opening or something like that, but. He answered the phone and he was like, hello? I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, like, this may sound weird, but, like, can you come outside by the pool? And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, like, stay on the phone, act like you're on the phone, and come outside by the pool. And so I'm like, okay. And so, you know, I do my best to play it off, like, you know, I walk outside. Of course, he asked where I'm going. I'm like, oh, I'm just finna take this phone call outside. Boom, boom, boom. So he telling me to meet him behind the building. Like, I'm feeling like weird because it's just like I said, I didn't know this man from a can of paint. Like, I just knew him from like doing hair, that he was just popular from doing hair. So, like, I was doing what he was saying, but you know, like, I had a what's this thing called? Like, it has a knife, a screwdriver, and things like that. Like, I had one of those things. So, of course, I bought that in me because I'm a girl. Like, I don't know what's going on, and I want to be safe just in case. So, I get behind the building, And like the hairstylist is right there, like, and he's motioning me over and he's talking to me. He's like, hey, like, Javier is no good. Like, girl, you need to get away. Javier, like, stole from his sister. The police are looking for him. Like, you need to get away from Javier. Like, you need to get away ASAP. And like, I was so shook because I was just like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm just like, I'm confused. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because like, everything is just weird. Everything is weird. And he's like, look, girl, like, I understand, but you need to get away from Javier. Javier stole a whole bunch of money from his sister. She's looking for him. She's been calling him. He's not answering his phone. He must really like you because he stole a whole bunch of money from her to try to impress you, to take you out, and this and this and that. Like, he don't really have money like that. And I'm just like, bro, like, he's laying all of this on me in one time. And I'm like, so, like, I'm like, the fuck? Like, I'm so, like, y'all, I'm out of there. So, he was like, go back in the room, figure something out, and just come up with a reason why you have to leave. Like, so I go back into the room and like I sit on the bed and he looking at me like, dang, like, what's wrong with you? Like your vibe is different. But I'm really trying to digest everything that's going on. Like, you know, I just heard, like, got this news, somebody giving me a warning that I don't even know. Like, it like things weren't adding up, and it's like now I'm looking at you weird because you don't know that I know, and I have to get away from you. Like, I'm like, y'all, this was too much for me at a young age. It was too much. This was grown people stuff. Like, But anywho, so he noticed that I'm giving him weird vibes or whatever like that, and so eventually he asked me, he was like, okay, like, he pulled me to the side and he was like, what's going on? Mind you, we're still with Snake and his girlfriend. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they're with us this whole time. He pulls me to the side and whatever like that, and but I tell him that nothing is wrong, trying to brush it off. So boom, jump over to the next day. So the next day, we get into the pool again. Like, I'm still trying to think about what I'm going to do. And Snake and his girlfriend are kind of like arguing. They're in and out arguing, whatever like that. It's not too heavy, but you know they are. And when it's like, okay, so when it rolls around to nighttime when I actually needed my hair done, like, you know, when we were supposed to go out and stuff, before we like went out, I got a message from the hairstylist and they was like, get out of there, like, get out of there. And so, I was thinking of it, but I wasn't thinking anything of it. And so the next thing you know, we get the police, boom, boom, boom. Like, the police, it's the police, like, both of them looking outside and things like that. And they like, oh yeah, and by this point, Snake's girlfriend has left during this point. I think she ran to the store or she went to go do something. I don't know, but she left. So, what happened? So yeah, they both look outside. They're saying not to answer the door and this and this and that. But I'm just like, first of all, this is a hotel. If they want to get in here, they're going to get in here. Then they was like, you know, and they basically said the same thing. Like, and me, I'm young and naive, and I'm just like, we don't have anything to hide. Like, we don't have anything to hide. We don't have anything to hide. Like, at least I don't. Like, we don't have anything to hide. So, let's do this. Like, let's open up. Because, yeah, like, I didn't have time for this. Like, I'm aggravated already. It's instantly. So, we go out. They have us sitting outside. We're not handcuffed, but they do have us sitting on the sidewalk. They're questioning us, asking us questions or whatever like that. So, Snake, he goes and tell his friends, boom, get him out the way. Then, when it gets to Javier lies about his name. And it's crazy because he lied about his name, but the police specifically, like, came there for him, so they knew exactly who he was. Like, whoever came looking for him or whoever sent the police, like, showed them a picture. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they gave the man details on everything. And so, like they knew about this man, and he's lying. Like he's lying about his like name, and that's y'all don't like. You know, I don't know, whatever. But I don't know why he did that. But they knew he was lying. But they came to me. I told them my information. And at first, like, I got scared because they tried to say that I was some teenage girl that had ran away from home and parents were looking for me. And I'm just like, not me. Like, not me. My parents are fully aware of where I am. I'm grown. I'm not no teenager that just ran away. Like, you know, yeah, I was only like 18 or some shit like that. But shit, like, I'm not no 15, 16-year-old that ran away from home. Like, the fuck? I didn't even think like that, like, when I was younger. But what happened? So yeah, basically they knew that he was lying, and so they hauled his ass off the jail. And so that basically left me alone with Snake. And so that's when I started like really making phone calls. I was just like, I don't know this man. I don't know where his girlfriend is. I don't know, like, you get what I'm saying? So me, what did I cry? I don't know if I cried or what, y'all, but like, yeah, I'm upset because, like, I feel like I'm going through a lot, like, at one time. It's just too much. Like, I felt like this was the worst weekend ever. And so, like, while I'm sitting here, like, making phone calls and gathering my thoughts and things like that, like, Snake was trying to, like, move in on me, like, flirting, like, you know, like, make his move, like, on some grimy shit. Like, y'all, it was so fucking grimy of him. And then, like, secondly, well, of course I turned him down. Like, let's be clear, I turned him down. But first of all, he was ugly as fuck, and he was old. I was 18, and I think he was 40. And Javier was my age. Like, you get what I'm saying? He was 21, 22, and hanging around with us, like, ugh. But anywho, like, yeah, the old man, he was trying to make a move on me, and at that point, like, I got scared. Like, at that point, I got scared because, okay, I turned him down this time, but if I was to stay in here and try to sleep here, he would probably try to do the same thing, and who knows if we were left alone in this room, what he would try to do. And so, I did something, I don't know what made me think of this, but, no, hairstylist called me, like, at the nick of time, and, like, he was basically asking, like, was I okay, did I need anything, or whatever like that. And I told him, like, I just told him the truth. I'm like, hey, okay, like, Javier's in jail, I'm left alone in this room with so-and-so, I'm scared, like, I don't know what to do, like, I'm at a loss. And hairstylist said, like, I'm on my way. And y'all, for some reason, I felt so much relief. But I felt so much relief because at the end of the day, for one, I already knew that this person was, like, he didn't like what I had to offer. Like, you get what I'm saying? He liked what I liked. And so that was one thing I didn't have to worry about. And secondly, like, I don't know, like, he just bought me peace. Like, the hairstylist just bought me peace. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I didn't want to call my parents because, for one, my pride, and secondly, like, I felt like this, like, all this stuff that went on was embarrassing, like, ew, like, bottom of the barrel, embarrassing. So yeah, like, hairstylist came and picked me up, brought me to his house. He made sure I ate. We slept in a bed together, and that's when the stories came. So he started questioning me and asking me, like, you know, how long did I know Javier? Like, what's been going on, and this and this and that. And, like, how do we meet? And, like, you know, just typical questions. And, you know, me, like, I'm comfortable. So, and I never feel like I have anything to hide. And so, you know, I'm just feeling him in on our little relationship or whatever like that. And whole time he was like, you know, well, I don't think that Javier would be a good match for you, like, especially with all that's going on. And he was like Javier, like, he told me the truth. He was like, Javier's down low. He didn't say it exactly in those words. I'm just paraphrasing. But, and not only and he wasn't coming to play, honey. Like, he was telling me this, but he had receipts. Like, he had receipts, text messages, videos, like, you name it. When I tell you that my eyes were burst open, burst open. Like, he had videos, pictures, text messages, and I seen a lot. Like, I seen a lot, and what made it so bad was the fact of, like, this man was in such denial. And it was even worse because this man had so many children. He had so many young girls pregnant. Like, it was really sad, and it was really ridiculous. Like, and then, like, he called me while he was in jail. And so, like, you know, I felt like, you know, I was upset because I'm just like, bro, like, this is some crazy stuff. Like, this is some real deal crazy stuff. And he was like, oh, that's a lie. But he didn't know that me and hairstylist was together. And whole time while he was in jail, if he wasn't calling my phone, he was blowing up hairstylist. And he was blowing up hairstylist more than me. Yeah, he was calling hairstylist. He was trying to get hairstylist to get him out of jail. Because apparently they were a couple for a very long time. Like, but they were just in an open relationship because Javier wasn't ready to be in his truth. But y'all, that was so much. And even still, he was in denial. And then one day he got mad at me because I was talking to him about it. Like, I wasn't angry. I just wanted to know the truth. Like, I've always been chill. And he gets mad and he was like, yeah, because Snake told me that you and him slept together the same night. I went to jail. That's dirty and this and this and that. And y'all, when I tell you, I was so pissed because not only was Snake dirty as fuck, but during that time, I'm not saying that I was innocent or anything like that during that time, but I wasn't on that type of time. And for him to sit here and lie, and like, I don't like people who have to lie. Like, don't lie on my body. Like, don't lie on my body. Like, I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done in this life, but don't lie on my body, okay? Like, don't do that. That's not cute. And after that, like, I just cut all ties, like, you know, basically. And like, I'm still cool with hairstylists, like, to this day, because I feel like he had my back. Like, he had my back when he didn't have to at all, because he didn't know me from a can of paint. He didn't know me. And Javier, I mean, when he got out, he tried to talk to me, like, but I was just like, dude, I know all your secrets. Like, no, like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And to this day, he's still dating women. But yeah, that's my story time on when I found out that he was on the down low. And to this day, he's still on the down low, even though everybody knows. But that's my story time, you guys. And thanks for listening. Watch me, subscribe, like, comment, leave suggestions. I'm open to anything. Whenever my channel starts growing, I will be doing giveaways. That's been on my mind. And I love giving gifts, y'all. Like, I really do. I love giving gifts. So y'all, yes, like, subscribe, and come to my family. Join my family. You have nothing else to do.